Hi Algebra 2, I just wanted to make a quick video and since you hadn't seen my face in a while and kind of give an update on what we're looking at going forward now that we kind of have an end date according to what was sent out by Mr. Provo and Mr. Kirkendall. Our final day where we will have classes is scheduled to be May 7th, which is a Thursday. So I'm going through the remaining curriculum and kind of cutting out things that aren't state standards, and so we're going to do a little bit of skipping around. I'll try and cut things down as I can so that we can get through the things that are important that you're going to need next year as you move on to college algebra or pre-calculus and pre-calculus. So just keep in mind that things may adjust a little bit. I am going to put an electronic copy of the packet out on Google Classroom so that you can have all those things that you need. You should be able to do all of the work without having to print those things out. You are welcome to just write the numbers down, put a label on there. This is worksheet whatever, 10-5. Here are the problems, here are the answers. That way you don't have to use up your printer ink at the house. As long as you are submitting the problems and answers to me in some way, it is helpful to me if you can write down the problem if you're going to do that, so I know which one you're doing. And I will try and post that on Google Classroom. If you need me to email it to you directly, let me know and I can do that. There are also packets available at the school. Miss Morgeson was supposed to print a couple of those off for me and put them in the foyer. So you just, as far as I'm aware, there's an organization there, and you just go and it'll say Mrs. Bruce Algebra 2 and you can grab one, but it will be available electronically, and I'm not requiring you to write your work on that paper. As long as you have the problems and the answers, that's all I care about. I also will plan on continuing to post the textbook problems with the assignments. However, if I forget, just let me know and I will put that back out there. I'll kind of edit the post. I'm going to continue to make videos for examples and notes that should help you solve the problems on the homework and the worksheets. And if you have any questions on like a homework problem or a worksheet problem and you feel like all of your friends are confused too, let me know and I'll make a short video with either that problem or one like it that can help you solve the problem collectively. Tomorrow, I've actually already posted the 10-3, 10-4 quiz. It's 7 short problems, no word problems, no sigma notation, so they should be simple and straightforward. You can put your answers on that. I'm going to post a video out there of the 10-5 examples and notes. There, we are going to do homework problems in a worksheet from 10-5 and notes, I believe, from 10-6 this week. So just pay attention to the assignments that get posted. I did want to announce that there are, if you read my post from today explaining about everything going forward, you will get a regular letter grade for the class. You do get some completion points for trying the problems. On homeworks, it's usually enough to try it. Even if you get it wrong, you're going to get credit for it. That's how I've always graded the homeworks going on prior to this. If you showed work and you tried the problem, you got credit for it. If you don't show work, you may not get credit for it. If you are way off base on the homework, I may ask you to redo a couple of the problems just to make sure that you're on the right track in order to get that credit. On the worksheets, I am requiring you to go through the process of having me check it. I will return it to you, and then you need to make those changes. So, and I've been doing that thus far. Some of you have not been making the changes to the worksheets, so you may need to look back and make sure that you have a grade in the Google Classroom gradebook. My official gradebook is actually, I'm continuing to use the Harmony gradebook. So you can just check there. As long as there's a grade in there, then you're good to go. Some of you are great and you're totally caught up. Others are still working on things. That's fine. I've tried to respond as much as possible, but my due dates are fluid. They're more for me when I expect something to be due. That due date is, I'll be kind of checking that assignment on that day. And then beyond that, if you turn it in to me later, Google will shoot me an email saying somebody turned this in. So it's totally fine if you need an extra day or two, or we need to go back and forth through email explanation or with some questions. But if you get something into me late, it's not the end of the world. As we draw closer to the end, I do want to have everything in by the Sunday after the 7th, which I think is the 10th or 11th. So by midnight of that night, that's when I want everything in and complete. If you are not going to make it, like some of you right now are not in great shape, we need to make sure that we're working back through the older stuff and staying on top of things as we go forward. So I'm going to post a separate video here with 10-5 notes here shortly with a due date on it, and I will be around if you have any questions. The quiz is straightforward. I don't expect there to be any questions on the quiz. All right, well, I'll put another post out here shortly with the notes, and we will see you later. Bye, guys. Stay safe.